Twinsies, big time. Uh, this is brought to you by Coors Rodeo. Ride that pony.
A freaking Jew and an Irishman, twinsies. Who said the world can't be improved, man?
There you go. Look at that. Bringing
You
the
should be
bringing
you should
people
be
together.
airdropping these hats into
Gaza.
Gaza, bro.
I think that I just heard that out of the squawk there a second ago. They're airdropping Coors Rodeo hats into Gaza to improve relations.
That's the move.
Um, yeah, man. Like, why? Okay, so just to premise this a little bit, we've gotten the NFP coming out
The
here.
great. That's all you need to say, man. All you need to say is that one word. Why?
Why? Why? What? Oh man, like these, I don't get it. They're still pricing in. Bostic last night said we're probably not going to do a cut this year, which is what we were talking about, what, like a month ago. And you get a big old beat here, and they're going, woof. Yeah, we're still pricing in two cuts this year. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? What? I'm convinced now who runs these numbers, and it's the banks and it's the analysts. Because they're the only people who it satisfies to keep talking about there's going to be multiple rate cuts this year.
You get no argument from me, man. I've been saying it for 2 freaking months that these people are out of their fucking minds. Like, I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
They get caught in this thing and they can't get away from it. I mean, what did this number, even this morning I was listening, there was nothing they didn't like about this number. Because what? I think the hourly earnings number came out low or something like that.
Um, average
Forecast.
earnings. Oh, average earning. No, that came out
Non-farm
in
payrolls
line.
were higher. Unemployment rate was lower. Average hourly earnings were in line.
Yeah, 4.1.
Right.
Oh, prior 4.3.
Okay, there we go. That's
Uh,
the key.
Average weekly hours beat 34.4 on 34.3, which was also the prior.
Whatever. I'll
But
say
yeah,
it again.
whatever,
I'll
exactly,
say it
whatever,
again,
man.
dude. If you fell asleep 5 years ago and you woke up today and you look at the numbers from the last 6 months, employment, GDP, CPI, the only question you would be asking is when and by how much are they going to be raising rates? That's the only question you'd be asking. So
Yeah.
what the fuck these people are talking about is it's beyond me, man. But it doesn't surprise me. They talk their book, man. They've all gotten bullish now. They were bearish forever, right? They were bearish all last year because of the recession. They underperformed a massive amount. They put their money to work because they've had to, and so now they're bullish, and they have to be because they're invested.
They're
So
about to get run over, man. They're about to get run the fuck over. Yeah, good. I mean, what are they selling? The 2 and 20 are the 80/20 portfolios. Well, in fairness, the yield's it's probably gonna rise quite a bit here. Unless traders go into bonds for risk assets.
I don't know. Then we got, for me today, like, what are they going to do about this idea that came out yesterday that, this whole Iran, which I think is all bullshit anyway, but are you going into the weekend long stocks?
No.
Is that what you're doing?
With Bostic saying that shit, no. But
No, and with Netanyahu going crazy, and I mean, are you going into the weekend long stocks? Now, every time I say something like that, which I have said thousands of times over the years, the market closes on the fucking high on a
but
Friday. Okay, because everybody thinks like that, and
I
they'll sell it in the morning, and then in the last hour and a half, it'll rip in their fucking face because they'll all be short intraday and they'll get squeezed out. The market, this is the thing about down markets, right? They're so hard. Bear markets, I'm not saying it's a bear market, but they're just so hard because the return to risk is horrible. Even if you get it right, you have to suffer through so many squeezes that
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's horrible. I was looking at the 10% move down last year from the end of July till the end of October, right? If you had gotten a high tick somehow, right?
Mm.
If you had gotten a high tick, which was on July 31st, then on September 14th, which is 6 weeks later, you were like 10 points in the money on that short. And then it went down again, and then it kind of rebounded again, then it went down again. There were
Yeah, but the
three
thing with
waves
the
to it.
short
But I
Yeah,
mean, it's just so hard to be short and stay short. It's so hard.
well, that's it. You can't stay in those trades forever, man. Like on equities indices, staying in shorts, that's not exactly a timeless trade. And Warren Buffett is the testament to that,
No,
right?
it's horrible. It's the worst trade over time ever. Because even
But
when
if
it,
you're kind of short to medium term, fine. Like,
yeah, you can
for what
play
we
it.
do,
I mean,
we
I'm
well,
playing it. I've been short the Dow for the last few days, so I'm playing it. But
there you go. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
I think silver, by the way, is the biggest fucking fade on the planet here.
Oh man. So a friend of mine, uh,
Bought silver. This is what I hear every
no,
day.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. He's a vet. He's running a breeding program in UAE for these tigers in the wild and shit. Anyway, shout out to Sean if you're listening. And but uh, because
Sean
gold,
Kelly?
because gold's been rallying so much, and I know he holds a lot of Krugerrands and silver coins, and I'm like, man, you must be loving this with the price of gold. And he's like, obviously he's like got a lot more silver than he has gold, and he's like, what's silver doing? And I was like, I don't know. And I looked at silver, and it's like $24. It like hasn't fucking moved at
Well,
all.
it
While
did
gold
recently.
is like,
It has recently.
ah, what it was it now?
It jacked. It jacked. It got up
27?
to like 28 the other day. No,
Did
20,
it? Oh
27
shit.
and change. Yesterday, it was at 27 and change.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Because
Wow.
everybody, everybody wants to chase it now, right? They want to play the silver lag trade, right? Everybody loves the lag trade. That's like the big thing.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it
know.
works for a while because they all get it on, and then all of a sudden, when it doesn't work, they're all stuck in it. But
Yeah,
it's exactly
obviously.
what they're doing in the stock market too. None of these people that are putting money to work are buying the tech stocks. They're all buying the laggers. They're buying the Russell. They're buying, the value stocks, and that's worked for a while. And when it doesn't work, it's going to be the worst.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. Oh, silver. Yeah, has had a nice 4 days here. Well, yeah, like so last time I looked at it would like yeah, it'd been up to 25 or just almost 26, isn't it? Pulled back. Yeah. It's a I don't know. It doesn't interest me. But yeah, man, now I see how it's all just yeah. Like, there's but like you're hearing the horse himself, like Giron, well, maybe not the horse himself, but Bostic, all right, saying we're not doing any cuts this year. And they're still pricing in two. It's like what? And then you just go, okay, well, hold on, who does this make money for? Makes money for the banks, the brokerages, and probably people running corporate bonds all over the place. I don't know. Bonds, but people selling bonds. So they're the guys running the show, I think.
I truly believe if you want to take the conspiracy theory about this, then that's totally doable. The
Do
other
it.
conspiracy being, they have to keep they got to keep inflation expectations down. They got to keep interest rate expectations down because they have to fund, a bunch of wars and they have to fund a government that
A
doesn't.
gazillion,
The
a
whole idea
gazillion
used to
dollars
be,
worth.
right? The whole idea used to be when things go bad, right? When there's a recession or whatever, you run a deficit, right? And then when they
Right,
turn good, you pay off that deficit, right?
right.
And you run a surplus. But things are good, and we're running the biggest deficit in history of mankind. It's never going down, dude. Never, right? So if they
The
let interest rates
deficit.
get, yeah,
Of course it's not, man. It's like a gazillion trillion dollars at the moment.
never going down, only going up.
Yeah.
So, if interest rate expectations go high, then how are they going to fund that, man? Now, that's the conspiracy. The market thing to me is eventually, on a day-to-day basis, Bostic says this, Jerome says that, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. But over time, the market finds where it's supposed to go. All right. If
Yeah.
interest rates are supposed to be at fucking 20%, they're going there. And these guys will talk it down the entire way, and there'll be squeezes and there'll be this and there'll be that. But
It's transitory, all that sort of shit. Yeah.
yes, where they're going is where they're supposed to be, right? And they will get there, whatever that number is. And I'm not even saying that it's
So you're
higher.
talking about there's a natural equilibrium to it, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, there's a
Well,
natural
that's
equilibrium.
the nature of the market. It's, all the opinions priced in. Everything's priced in all the time. apart from Bostic coming out and saying we're not doing any cuts, and then we're down 1.3 on the SPOs, yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I
that must have been music to your ears, man.
I continue to be of the opinion that these guys are full of shit and out of their fucking minds. But again, we'll have a CPI number come out and blah blah blah, right? I was calling it this morning. We're in Goldilocks on steroids.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's a Goldilocks economy, but it's not just Goldilocks. It's like on
What?
steroids. These numbers aren't just coming out better. These numbers are coming out much better.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and interest
Inflation
rates,
is kind of low. Like, I mean,
and
what,
there you
3,
go.
3.1, 3.2? Like, I mean,
So there you go. That's Goldilocks on
now
steroids.
we're nitpicking, well, it's the services component or it's the housing component or it's the jobs for fucking blah, blah, blah. But you're just nitpicking now. I mean, it's like we're way back down. I think what people don't understand about inflation, I mean, look, I think obviously traders and people in finance do, but what the man on the street doesn't understand, it's like you're stepping up, you're going up a set of stairs, it's 3.1 month on month or year on year. Then it goes another 3.1 year on year, but you never come back down the steps. Your coffee used to be $3 for €3 for a coffee here where I go and get a coffee. Now it's fucking 4.50. We're never going, and people don't understand. It's never like just temporary that we're up here at 4.50 and then we're going back down to 3 or 3.50. It's like, no, we're up here and we're staying here. So
It doesn't go down.
no.
It doesn't go down. They just shrinkflation the whole thing, man. I was so freaking pissed last weekend. I bought a ice cream cone,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Was
I've
it
been
was it a
buying.
Coors ice cream cone? Coors
No,
flavor?
I've been buying these like things since I was a kid. The giant king cone. I don't know if you have those over there. You get them like at the 7-Eleven or whatever, and it's like
Yeah.
a big vanilla cone with like the chocolate crunch on top and all that.
Oh yeah, we call them 99s here.
Yeah. So I I, I was in the store the other night and I was looking for a snack and I bought one. I swear to you, man, that thing was not smaller. It was half the size. Same price. Same price, half the size. I was so pissed off. I'm like, dude, the greatest thing about these cones is they're so I'll never buy one of these things again. This is 2 bites of ice cream. The great thing about these cones is they were huge. That's what I loved about them.
Shrinkflation, man. Yeah. Well, we're about to get a lot of that in chocolate.
We already get it in chocolate. I eat Hershey bars every day, dude. They're already 75% of what they were.
How can you eat Hershey's chocolate? It is terrible chocolate, man.
I know you Europeans don't like Hershey's chocolate. Now, are we going to get into the fucking cricket, rugby, fucking American football, baseball thing too now, or what?
Let's go. Let's go right
I,
now.
I know you guys hate Hershey's. I grew up on Hershey's.
No,
Uh,
no, I mean, no,
I actually grew
obviously,
up about an
obviously,
hour and a half from the Hershey's factory.
I'm not gonna. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and I visited the Hershey's factory with my wife and kids about 2 years ago, and to me, that place is Mecca. So
Wow.
don't mess with
Okay.
Hershey's and me, man. I love it.
All right. Well, leave the Hershey's
I know
alone.
it's not Toblerone, but
No, Cadbury's, man. It's
or
where it's at.
Cadbury. I'm sorry. I know it's
Cadbury.
not Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Although
They know what's going
The
on.
Cadbury cream egg does have a huge place in my heart, I must say.
Yeah, I'm not a big chocolate guy anyway, so you're talking to the wrong guy. But yeah, people go gaga for the cream eggs.
Yeah, they're good, man. They're good. I am a big chocolate guy. It's pretty much the main staple in my diet.
Yeah. Once you get your yoga and your 50 press ups done, smash a couple of Hershey's bars.
Yeah,
Um, but like I don't know, I won't get into the American football rugby thing because obviously only one of those two things is a man sport.
I know. I know.
Um, so actually, have you seen a lot of European rugby players going into the NFL now? In fact, there's Richie
It's
Whelan,
where
the
the money
kicker
is.
for the Dolphins. You're a Dolphins fan. Isn't your
Uh,
kick? Oh, he might have gone to the pack. He's from the same village I'm from.
Is
Richie Whelan.
he?
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, you make more money in the NFL than you do playing rugby, I would assume.
Yeah, yeah, a lot more money.
Yeah, so that's natural.
Yeah, he signed with the Packers. Yeah. He's from my little village of about 3,000 people.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go. But
Now he's living in frickin' Wisconsin. So,
yeah, he's probably got like five girlfriends and
oh
10
hell yeah,
dogs. Um,
what a horrible
this is,
job,
you
by the
know,
way.
this is why I like trading oil because you just can't manipulate. You can't talk that much shit about oil.
What do you think about oil here?
I said this yesterday. I said we're next resistance up here is 88, man. So we're gonna go there pretty quickly. Or say 2 days ago, I posted that on Twitter, and then shout out to Santos came back and he said, "Oh, thanks, I'm short 86s." Well, it's now trading just three ticks below 87. So Santos, I hope you're not still in that short. But yeah, I think we're going up 88. I think there's gonna be. I think.
You're talking to me about the next dollar. I'm talking about where's the next $15?
Yeah. All right. All right. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, horse. All right.
Freaking day traders, man.
The next $15. Well, uh, yeah. I don't think we get to midsummer without trading WTI 91.24s. And I mean, I don't need to tell you, but like, if Netanyahu does manage to pull Iran into a direct conflict, I mean, price it in for a
Forgot
hundred, man.
about it. Yeah.
You
But
don't need
that
it.
won't be inflationary either, right? Like that's the other thing. No one even talks about
Of
crude
course
oil
it will.
price.
Of course it
Nobody even
will.
talks about the crude oil price right now and whether it can be inflationary. From what I understand, crude oil is the number one. And everything is
It's the
made out of
number
crude
one, yeah.
oil.
It's
Yeah.
the number one
Everything's
thing.
made out of crude oil.
Why did we go to, what was it, 15% inflation in 74, 75? It's
Yeah.
because
Crude
oil,
oil.
because of
Yes.
oil,
Yes.
because of oil. It forced the UK government to, actually, I think it forced the UK government to be replaced because they had to do a negotiation deal with, once oil quadrupled, they were like, oh shit, and they had to renegotiate with labor unions. And they totally, anyway, that's history. But yeah, look, we're not going to get a quadrupling of oil, right? But
I don't know.
um,
Everyone keeps
well,
saying that we got plenty of oil in the US. That's the big line. We got plenty of oil.
you do, but it's ticked down a little bit over the last couple of weeks, actually. So, and that's why that's another factor as to why we can easily go up, up, up here because for a long time, the oil price was a little bit suppressed because people were like, well, the US is back to record level production here at 13, well, yeah, 13.8 mil. I
Right.
think it was actually that's the all-time high, but I think it got back to 13.2 and now it's sort of to tail off again because they have these things called drilled but uncompleted DUCs, ducts. So they've been working down all of these ducts, right? So you don't have to put a rig in place. You just go there, open the tap, draw the oil. So they've been
Right.
going around getting all this oil production out without putting drills in place. And now I think they've run down a lot of their ducks.
Ducks are fucked.
Ducks are fucked, man. Short the ducks, man. Long oil. So yeah, 91.24s. And then I mean that's big question for me is uh what do we do? Oh, after that, it's just a target for me. So I think after that, there's so much tension and so much supply risk at the moment that uh we could be doing 100 by September
There we
WTI
go. Let's see where interest rates are then.
5%. What do you think? Six?
I really I have no idea.
And we get a nice hike for Christmas. That'd be so good. December FOMC hike, quarter point. Markets down 20%.
I mean, they're slowly gonna, by then, they'll slowly discount it in. Although, look, they've gone from six cuts to two cuts, and the stock market, well, up until this last week, hasn't given up anything.
But
This
the
last week it
guy
did.
on the board who makes the decision, one of the guys on the board has said, you know what? We're not going to do any. So why are we still pricing in two? Why are we still talking about two?
Not because, you know, they listen to Powell. He's the main man. All these other guys are false prophets. Again, me making a biblical reference.
Forward guidance, man. That's what they're doing. They're getting you hot, getting you warmed up to the idea. That's what I reckon. They're warming you up to actually go and move into a hike. So what, you're in Dow, you're long chocolate, just naturally long chocolate,
Yep.
short Dow.
Which is
Anything
gonna,
else?
I think that's gonna wreck me today, but whatever. I've been I've been short cotton for a few weeks. It's been my slow money maker.
Oh yeah.
It's sitting on that trade now for I want to say 3 weeks or something like that. It's just kind of yeah, it's making new lows this morning, fortunately. So that's
Nice.
been my best trade this year,
Nice.
which isn't saying a lot, I can tell you that. But that has been my money maker this year.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we've got anything else to cover, really. I mean, that's the big one. One thing that, as I've
Yep.
seen how these have been
And
trading here,
what's
we're
that?
open there and it was just opening. Yeah, as we've been trading after that number, I've been thinking about a news failure because sure we spiked to the bottom and then bit back up, but
News
it
failure
hasn't
on
been,
what?
yeah, like the bid hasn't been that convincing, and I've seen,
In what market?
I was looking at the tape on the SPOOs actually in particular. It's got to
I
break
don't know
below
that the news was
98.
I can't call it a news failure. I don't know that the news was bullish, but I mean, bonds down, over a point. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's considered bullish, but to me, the news failure was the other day, but which is when I got short, and now I just have to sit and pray. That's really all I can do.
what
But
was your news
to me, the
failure?
news failure is if the thing freaking goes up. I don't know. We had some Goldilocksy number the other day, and the Dow closed.
Oh, the PCE.
mm, I think there was even more Goldilocksy shit. No, this was on Wednesday. I forget what it was. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something, and the Dow closed down on that day, and I didn't think it should have been, and my stuff was set up to get short, so I shorted it, and I
That's
was
nice, man.
well, I was eating shit. It was up 250 points on in the morning yesterday, and then all of a sudden it tanked after that, but. Now we got to see where it goes. I don't know if it's going to work. Short stocks never fucking works, man.
I think this one might work out for you. The Dow is so balanced down here. It's not able to hold on to any of those higher balance areas where it's been auctioning back and forth. It's just now dropped into a lower auction area, a much lower auction area. So for us, I would be recommending a buy on the Dow just for what we do until we get to like 38,000. That's
Okay,
just
well, let's
part
get
of,
there today.
yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
There's no fucking shot. If it was going there today, would have already been there. Would have gone there right on that number. Can't even get down on that number. It ain't going there today.
Yeah, they're buying it here on the open.
Yeah, they love it, man. They love it. They
Let's see how
love.
long they love it for.
Uh, yes, let's see if they're willing to love it into the weekend. That's what I'm saying. I
All
also
right.
say that
Well,
never
this has
seems to
been
work.
brought to you by Coors Rodeo. Coors, you know my email. Give me a shout. We're looking for a sponsor here. And Hershey's. What's their logo? I was about to say ride the rainbow, but the skills.
The best damn chocolate this world has ever seen.
Apart from Cadbury's.
Hershey's, not logo. You're saying what's their
What's their slogan? What's the Hershey
Hershey's
slogan?
slogan? There's a smile in every Hershey bar. Shared goodness.
That you should get that printed up over your desk. There's
That's
a
lame.
smile in every trade.
That's so lame. Like, who's paying these people?
Oh, I'm sure they've had that for like probably 100 years. There's a smile in every Hershey's bar. Well, on that note, short the Dow, long oil,
Who
and
you like in the who you like tonight, man? I know you know what I'm talking about. Who do you like tonight?
who do I like tonight?
Yeah,
What are we talking?
the women's final four, man.
Of basketball?
Yeah, you're not following?
Fucking not following, man. I got two small kids here. I barely have time to
Like,
fucking.
it's like the biggest thing going on in America now, the women's college
I don't
basketball.
even have time to go to the toilet in peace. Literally. I mean, literally, you might find it hard to believe if you don't have small children.
I've
But
had kids, man. I know what you're saying.
you know where I'm at? That's where
I,
I'm at right now. All
I
right.
know where you're at. Enjoy
So
it.
the women's
Enjoy
four,
it.
who's playing?
UConn's playing Iowa, and South Carolina is playing North Carolina State. I'm gonna go with I don't know. I don't want to say who I'm going because I don't want to jinx my team.
I'd say I'd say South Carolina.
That's for
And
sure. That's an easy one.
what was that? NC State? Who's that? North
Yeah,
Connecticut
North
or
Carolina
no,
State.
oh, North Carolina?
So you got South
Who's
Carolina
UConn?
beating them. UConn is University of Connecticut. They're playing
Uh,
Iowa, who right now has, I would argue, the biggest athlete in America is on the Iowa women's basketball team.
all right, so I'll take South Carolina and Iowa.
All right, there you go.
What's your what are you offering me here? What's the bid? Or
I'm not,
what's the
I would never bet against the South Carolina women's basketball.
what are
Um,
the odds here?
oh, I don't know. They got to be favored by a lot, I would guess.
All right, so no good prices available. Maybe I'll tune in. I think I can get those games here, yeah. We got like
It's a global
500 TVs,
phenomenon, man.
500 TV stations, and I still don't even watch that much TV. Dollar running into some issues up here. I'm long gold here from VWAP 2304s. It was let's see, it's a day trade. Uh yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Yeah, you too, man. Best of luck with this Dow. I'll be rooting for it.
Yeah.
3800s, here we come.
All right, man.
Talk to you
We'll
later.
talk soon.
Bye.